In the 3 years since we've held the Haberdashery, we have unfortunately lost some event luminaries, exceptional people who have done so much for the sisters. At this time, I would like to invite my dad, Tony Moiso, to share some thoughts of recognition of these special individuals.
Thank you very much, Frandy, and thank you very much, Jeremy. While Melinda and I were sitting over here having lunch, looking at the video that was running, if you didn't take a look at it, I hope it keeps going, because there's a lot of people listening there, not listening, people there who aren't here anymore, who really helped all of us establish this annual, I hate to say fundraiser, but it's a celebration of the sisters in the Heart of Jesus Retreat Center. So do take a look at it. For Melinda and me, it's really a blessing and an honor to be here. Think about it. When you get to be our age, it's a real blessing to be here. And to also see the return of the Haberdashery and flourish here, to see this huge crowd and to see so many new faces. It's really very special. Because yes, we were there 40-something years ago when General Riley suggested, and when you needed General Riley's vote, when he suggested something, it was, yes sir, I'll be there and I'll bring my wife. But in General Riley tradition, he always wanted to start on time and end on time. That may be a Marine Corps edict, but you start at 12 noon and you're done at 1400 hours. So we got to hustle here. So it's my joy to actually share with you a little bit about some of the persons who helped establish the Haberdashery and who, since the last time we were all together, went to heaven. There's 7 of them today. There's 7 of them. And the first one is Buck Bean. Where's the Bucker? Buck Bean was with the Rancho Mission Viejo for 50 years. He was the heart and soul of what we are in Rancho Mission Viejo. But he also loved the sisters. He in the old days, there's actually a fashion show and a contest. Melinda had judges, and they would judge the groups. And one of the groups was fathers and sons. And so Bucker and Danny, being his son, were perennial winners. Great friend of the sisters. Second was Bill Harris. Bill Harris, you might have seen him in shorts and tennis outfit on the luncheon show. Another category was the Silver Fox category. We actually did away with judging the models a long time ago because we're trying to engender joy and happiness and support. And there was all kinds of complaints about why that guy won. But Bill and Harriet Harris were longtime supporters and friends of the sisters. And this man had a twin brother. His name was Ben. And they would win the twin category. The next name is Dick Hunsacker. We knew Dick Hunsacker all the way since high school. He went to Chaminade. Chaminade was in those days with Cheviot Hills. But he and Regina, great friends of the sisters, Knights of Night and Dame of Malta, really caring people, and they were always here. The next one is General Lyon, Bill Lyon. Many of you might not associate the General and Willie Dean with the Sisters of the Sacred Heart. Because General Lyon, in addition to being a mentor, for many, many of us, a role model and a person who really cared about the Orange County community. He really cared about the sisters. And behind the scenes, without ever being asking, he would help maintain the Heart of Jesus Retreat Center. New carpets, new roof, new ceilings, paint job, and nobody ever had to ask him. I should mention I see Ann and Sue from Santa Margarita Catholic High School. When we built Santa Margarita Catholic High School, it was easy to give the land, but then we had to raise the money to build it. And General Lyon made the first big time, the first gift, $1,500,000, which, believe it or not, almost 40 years ago was a lot of money. It still is, but it was a lot then. And his doing that not only told the world that Rancho Santa Margarita was a great place, Moiso Semi knew what he was doing, and his school was important, and his association with the sisters for 4 decades told the world that the sisters' work was also really important. The next one is Vince McGinnis. Vince and Joy McGinnis were supporters from the beginning and were always here. Vince and his son Vinny were models, but more important, his enthusiasm, his positive attitude, his goal-setting way of life helped all of us achieve so much. When Melinda and I first met just 50 years ago, one of the great admonitions of all time, look at this man smile. Smile and it will be returned. Smile and it will be returned. If you smile, it will be returned. The next person, Melinda Wayne Munoz. I knew Melinda my whole life, but her, I don't know if it was a great contribution to this. Early on, Melinda was a really enthusiastic person, and as her health started to decline, her involvement tended to fade a little bit. But it was Melinda Munoz who grabbed Melinda and me and said, "You got to meet these nuns, Tony." And once the nuns get a hold of you, you never get away. You never get away. Melinda lived here on Balboa Island. This was a wonderful family and a very enthusiastic, caring person and devout her faith. Even at her funeral last Monday, they talked about the 4 F's, and football wasn't in it, family, friends, and football. It was her faith, family, and her friends. And she was a very, very special person. The last one, the 7th person is, of course, Salah. Paul Salah. For many years, Paul made this party about as good as it could ever get. His enthusiasm, his love for the community, and his love for, quotes, his girls, the sisters. I've never referred to them. The sisters are the sisters, but these were his girls. And he was marvelous. And his wit, his preparation, his comments about the models, because he knew most of them at the time, just made this a great party. And our dream was always to make this a great party and to distinguish this fundraiser from all the rest. And it was Salah, I call him the greatest Trojan of them all. There was a guy, Morley Drury, 1927. He's the greatest Trojan of them all. But it wasn't Morley Drury. It was all Salah. Okay, so that's the lineup. And in the old days, when Salah would say, "Hold your applause to the end." And then guys would clap and the whole thing would get all screwed up. So he had So when Paul hit, it was the Solano one clap. He would say the name, and then you one clap. Okay, so when I go through this list, it's the one clap. So when I say Buck Bean, it's one clap. Buck Bean. Bill Harris. Dick Hunsacker. General Bill Lyon. Vince McGinnis. Melinda Munoz. And the last one, the great Paul Solano. Thank you all very, very much.